I've been offered a kid.
Excuse me? Wait,
Not
what?
the way that sounds.
Okay.
You've been offered.
I've been offered a kid.
Like somebody wants to give birth to your child?
No.
Okay.
No,
Not
somebody.
like you want a boy.
Like somebody wants to give you their kid, like Michael Jackson, like that kind of thing.
Yes. Like they want to let me.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, so apparently, so I have a listener who is on social media, but I know them through social media. I've never met them.
Okay.
Okay. And this person was telling me that they have a son that needs like male influence.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, man, Men of
That's
Vision.
cool.
I was giving them lists of things, big brother, big sister. Like Melissa, who was, on our staff, was really big with them. Like she had a little brother for like 3 or 4 years. I mean, she basically has raised him as a sibling, So I'm like, there's a lot of opportunities and stuff out there. And I'm like, we used to do O's Your Daddy, where we used to do the baseball game where we would take, kids that didn't have. So I was giving her like a lot of, advice on, hey, here's a contact, here's a contact, here's a contact. And she was like, what was the O's Your Daddy thing? I was like, yeah, we took all the kids to the game,
Cute.
like with a big party bus and whatever. And I'm like, it was before I had kids. And she's like, she's like, yeah, I would totally be down with, like if you ever wanted to take my kid to a game, I think that would be awesome. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm like, well, if that ever pops up, sure, And then I thought about it and I was like, ain't this how?
Yeah.
Like you said, ain't this how Michael Jackson got in trouble?
This is
like,
set up.
Kelly?
Think people know us on the air, and they know, they feel like they
really know us.
Right. Like somebody out there hears how you mom,
Mm-hmm.
and they probably would be like, you know what? If Meredith was having a party with her kids, sure, I'd let my kids go.
Yeah.
Not even knowing you,
Right.
because they listen to you on the radio.
Just hearing us.
So in essence, I've been offered a kid that I've never met, and I've never met the mama.
You don't
Is
find
is that alarming?
I find that a little alarming because I know y'all. I work with y'all.
Right.
I don't have kids, but if I had them, I wouldn't ask y'all to take my
Y'all,
kids
you better
in.
put me in the.
I mean, wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm just saying, like, I just wouldn't.
What is
We
that?
both have
I just
kids.
wouldn't
We
ask
both of
y'all.
us have children
Yeah,
that
but
are thriving.
But I wouldn't ask you guys to watch my kids or leave you with my kids unless it was an emergency.
You know what, though? It is somewhat, in a sense, a compliment because she wants to help shape her child into a upstanding citizen and a great man eventually. So she looks at you as one of those people. So in it, I think it's kind of a compliment
Listen, I'm the guy on the radio.
to help mold him.
I wouldn't trust somebody that I just listened to on the radio to watch my kids.
I don't think I would either.
yeah, I'm
Like,
just saying.
because we've all said, like, who's dropping their kids off at Michael Jackson's house?
Right.
It's like, but that's for a sleepover. If you told me that Michael Jackson's house was having a carnival and my kids could go, yeah, I might take my kids to a carnival at Michael Jackson's house, but I wouldn't be inviting them to the sleepover.
I wouldn't leave them there.
So I wouldn't, so I
I'd go with that.
I kind of get it as far as like, and I mean, let me just be clear. We've never met, so there's no
You don't know her at all. Just online.
Just online.
Socials.
And we talk probably like once a week.
Okay.
She just need a
Hits you up.
babysitter.
She needs a babysitter.
like she's just gonna use you as a babysitter so she could go out.
No,
Nice.
that's not
It
it.
kind of sounds like
she
that.
has a daughter, so that's not like all the kids will be out of the house when I take.
And she's a single mom?
It's just, she's a single mom,
Okay.
and she has a boy who is older, who is like, it's, like she
Yeah.
wants to. My question is this as strange as it feels? Like,
It's a little odd.
Put it this way: if you're listening right now, would you trust one of us in the room with your kid? Like that's because I woke up with this on my brain this morning.
One of the three of us?
Any one of us. Like, if you are a listener of this show and you like, I hear y'all every morning giving each other the business and y'all are funny and blah, blah, blah. Hell yeah, I'd let my kid hang out with y'all a couple hours.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've had people who have, like, way back when we were doing this, but people would bring their kid up here and then they would end up in my office playing with toys.
Yeah. I remember
And then
seeing
it'd be
that
like an
before.
hour and a half. And I'm like, they would have a meeting or something.
Yeah, that's
and then they
people
would drop their kid off with me and leave and gone for 90 minutes.
But they know you. Like they work.
They
with
didn't
you.
know. No, I'm not talking about people who work here. I'm talking people who come to the building and they bring a kid because like it's summer.
Oh,
they
I've
got
never
their
seen that.
kid. I've had people who've sat in there in the promotions office like doing
Yeah.
something with a kid, and then the kid comes in my office and starts playing with the toys in my
That's
office.
wild, because I could see myself if I needed help and there was an emergency, and I had my oldest Aubrey, I'd be like, "Oh, do you mind if I have her at work just for an hour, tablet, TV, whatever?" I feel like I could definitely depend on you to do that.
Park her in there and let her kick it.
But overnight or anything like that, I don't think.
Yeah,
that's
no.
so weird.
Yeah, I don't think. And this wasn't an overnight thing. This was like take him to a game.
A game.
That's what the
I mean, it's
conversation
a
was.
compliment in a sense.
We got text coming in here. Let's see. I just want to see Richie with a newborn, and this ain't a baby either.
Yo,
this
first
kid
of
is
all-
like 12.
Y'all are hating because my god kids, one of them is a baby. Like she's not even a year. And
Have
I
you
love
been left
her.
alone with them before?
I have not been left alone with them.
Yeah, and you're the godfather.
Yeah.
So I mean, doesn't that you just tried to
That's-
diss us? Like
No,
you wouldn't give us a kid,
Like I
but
said-
your godparent won't give you a kid.
No, but I also wouldn't ask to watch them alone. Like I don't trust myself.
This person
to do
out
that.
of the A13 says, I would let Meredith and O, but Rich, you lose.
Okay.
Of course, everybody gonna say me. I'm the single guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm really good with kids. Y'all forgetting I was a camp counselor?
Out of the 813, first off, Rich was shady AF, saying he wouldn't leave his make-believe kid with y'all when y'all babysit his ass every single day.
All right.
Relax.
Relax.
I feel
like
like
that.
I am a good representation, not only for the freak show, but giving birth to 2 kids. I'm very good with children, so I feel like maybe people might lean on that a little bit more, especially since I'm the girl in the room.
Wait,
maybe.
see, I don't like how y'all threw that though. I got 2 kids. I brought 2 kids in the world.
you-
What
you're
was it? Because
boys.
I didn't birth them, I don't get the same credit
Whoa,
you get.
whoa! First
I
of
know
all,
this is nasty
just
work
because-
because now you're trying to put
First of-
yourself ahead of
It is
everybody.
just because y'all have kids, that's automatically y'all are better at watching kids than I am.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
I
The fact that
babies-
she's kept 2 lives alive and I've kept 2 lives
Yes,
alive
yes.
kind of puts us ahead of you.
Y'all are forgetting that I had little brothers and little siblings, and that I was a camp counselor for 7 years.
I
was a camp
I watched kids my
counselor.
whole life.
Salute your shorts over here.
I'm just saying, I can watch kids. Y'all are automatically just counting me out because I don't have
Well,
it.
are
Look
you
here,
better
Camp.
than us?
You look here, Camp
All
Kiki
right.
Walker.
I was-
Calm down.
I'm just gonna
All
say,
right.
Meredith. I will say Meredith is probably a better at watching kids than I am, but I feel like I could watch kids better than you.
813 just says, I know O. I've partied a lot with Rich and M. Don't play about her kids. O and M it is. No offense, Rich. You don't have them.
See, there you go.
There you go.
It-
Just ask all the single mothers I dated. All right? I'm good with kids.
Just the fact that you said that, ask all the single mothers that I've dated. That makes them sound like I don't want my boy with you. Because nobody want their son picking up on that.
Are we forgetting that I started this by saying I wouldn't let any of us watch our kids?
Oh, I know.
Just because we
I
talk
know.
on the radio.
And everybody is listening like you are crazy because I think your kids would be better off with us than
with us
with you.
and with you. Out of the 941, I love Meredith, but you seem and you have a great soul, but I'm not leaving my child with you ever.
Right.
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 And I get that.
That's
we don't
very
know each other.
understandable.
Meredith, I feel like if I left my kids with you, they would be like,
We'd be in the kitchen cooking.
They'd
something.
be doing everything. And when you try, hey, stop it. No. Hey, no, that's not
Well,
nice.
it's not my
No.
I'm not going to discipline your child and like beat them or anything like
I
that.
don't
will
think you
yell
would
at them,
discipline
though.
them, but I really don't think you got it in you to like be able to reprimand
No.
anybody else's kids.
No, not
'Cause
for
you're not
an
tough
hour
enough.
or two. No, I don't.
Like-
I don't want to be put in that position.
Because
where
you're
I have
not
to.
tough enough. I've watched you when your kid is cutting up.
I know.
And I've seen Anthony get stern,
Woo.
and you sit there like, why is she acting like this?
Where's my glass of wine?
I need wine. All right, wait. So listen. All right, we're kid shopping right now. All right, so
That does not
we're gonna
sound
take a
good.
break. We're gonna take a break and we're gonna kid shop because I want to know if you. I mean, we're gonna talk to some parents out here to see who you would trust and why.
Yeah.
In the room, you got to. If you pick one, you got to say why.
And who
all
you
right?
wouldn't.
And yeah, see
So
why
it's
why
just
you
a-
gotta go there?
It's just a rich roast.
Yeah, why you gotta
roast
go there? Because you know they're gonna pick on Tink Tink.
Yes. Yeah.
We had a call from my dog Ken that while we were in commercials, and he had to go. But we recorded this. This was his phone call.
Big O, how y'all doing?
Man, Ken, what up, though?
That's up. So as parents of girls, Orlando, you know, I would let my little girls hang out with you because you got daughters, and you would be surprised as a single man raising daughters how many little girls I've taken to the movies and didn't even know them. Why? Because they was hanging out with my girls. Parents just dropped them off, you know, because they knew my daughters. So girls, I wouldn't mind if the guy had daughters. No sleepovers for nobody. Definitely Meredith, I would let her, you know, take my daughters because she's a great mom. But but I would have to surprise y'all. When I was like a little older than Rich, man, my nieces and nephews love me. So I would definitely let my boy hang out with Rich. He seemed like a fun guy. He's gonna do fun things. I mean, my nieces and nephews stayed at my house.
Look at that.
You know, no sleepovers, but Rich is very vibrant, young. He's gonna be energetic. I think he'll be the cool uncle, you know, like I was.
We got similar interests.
I have to go with Rich. I have to go with Rich on that because my house stayed full on the weekends of my nieces and nephews. They love to hang out with me, so we did fun things, but no sleepovers for nobody.
We got to be careful about that. So that's a good look. Hey, Ken, I appreciate you, fam.
Wait. Hey, Meredith.
Hey.
Oh, God.
Hey, Ken.
Bye, Ken.
How you doing, Meredith? See you later.
Bye, Ken.
Hey, Ken.
All right. Anyway, they flirting. Amanda just wrote out of the 941, if I had to pick, I'd probably pick Orlando, only because he is a powerful presence. My children would benefit from being around someone who is strong and has done something that they dreamed of.
Yeah, that's good.
Even as a minority.
Sure. I think that's great, especially now that we know the boy is like 10, 11 years old. Out of the 95411, send that kid to spend the day with me because I have some yard work that needs to be done and he'll learn real fast.
That's terrible. Like, you can't put them to work. I mean, they out there to learn a little something. So
it's out of the three of us. Is it or none of us would we watch somebody else's kid?
I could already feel it. It's going to be you two, and then everybody's going to single me
You
out.
wouldn't even leave your kids with us, you said. You started off the whole
I was just going
in
in that situation. I'm not. Listen, I wouldn't let the people down the hall do that either.
But we work with you every day.
My
You've
point
worked here
is,
for 10 years.
my point is, just because you listen to somebody on the radio every single day doesn't mean that you should trust them with your kids.
No, I mean, I definitely agree with that. I mean, that's like saying I like Good Morning America, so I'm gonna trust Robin Roberts with my child.
Yeah, no.
Like, no, that and that's what everybody says when they like Michael Jackson had all these kids at his house. It's like, who's dropping their kids off? But like Ken said, I've had you were shocked. Remember when I had a sleepover at my house?
Yes.
Because my daughter asked me, can one of her friends sleep over? And I was like, over here? That was my response. Like, because I'm like, somebody's, I'm like, are they just saying sleep over at your house and not aware of what this is? She's like, no, her mom and dad wanted to talk to you. And I was like, okay. Yeah. And so I called them and we talked, and she said, my husband is going to give you a call, blah, blah, blah. So me and him talked, and it wasn't anything like any test or anything. We just kicked it, laughed, and he's like, so yeah, I'm going to drop her off at this time, and and then I'll probably be back around 1:00 the next day, whatever.
That's
I'm like,
more
okay.
shocking to me personally, and it's no shade on anybody. I don't know.
I welcome the shade because I was shocked. I was like, really?
Yeah, it's not on you. I think for any dad, it's just kind of like, and you're single too, so it's like, okay, well that's your daughter, that's fine, and I trust the two girls hanging out, but overnight at your house and I don't know you.
Yeah,
it makes it feel like a little vulnerable.
That is correct, but also because of who you are and what you do, and people do feel like they know us.
I talked about this before. My mom didn't let me sleep over anybody's house, only family members, but I wasn't allowed to sleep at anybody's house till high school.
Yeah. Which is
I
very
wasn't
common.
allowed to. She wouldn't let us.
Yeah.
One, it's a liability, but two, also she didn't trust us with other people's parents.
No, and you don't want somebody going over there messing up stuff. Wait, somebody out of 813 says, my son loves Rich, and he would enjoy a day out with him.
No, Rich is very good with kids. I've seen him with many kids over the years.
I love kids.
Like, Rich is essentially like a big kid, too.
That's the thing. Because kids look at Rich, and they're like, how did that kid work here?
Yeah.
Like, because they think he's a kid. They're like, he must be my age.
Yeah, you walk by Rich's car, and I get scared every freaking morning.
That
because
damn mask?
The mask, that's right
Oh,
there.
my God. I saw it the other day.
Get Did you?
Yeah.
It was dark as hell.
It's so dark.
It was okay. So this dum-dum has the Grinch mask on the
Over.
passenger seat. So on the top of the seat, it
The
looks
headrest.
like the
So,
Grinch.
so
It's like,
people don't come near my car. They think somebody.
Bro.
yo, I parked in the front
Oh
one
my
day
God, yeah.
because I was like, I'm gonna be late. I need to park up front,
Right.
and I can get up here faster than in the back. And I closed the door, and then I looked through his tent, and I was like, who is that in the car?
Right.
And I was like, who is in Rich's car? And then
it's furry.
I started to look closer, and the eyes was just, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
this dude is crazy.
Yes, exactly.
It's still up.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's been there since what?
It's a
the
security
toy tower.
measure, so
First
people-
of all, second
You're
of all,
weird.
there is you have toy guns and stuff like that in your
yeah,
car.
I got
right?
Nerf guns in my car for my god kids.
Currently, he has this in his
Yeah,
car. So yes,
100%.
Rich is essentially.
Yeah.
I love
making
my
it.
god kids.
He
and
is
I love-
still a camp counselor.
Yo, I embrace my inner child and I love kids, which is why I do amazing with kids. Kids love me because I am a kid, and I'm willing to admit that. Yes, I am a kid.
Somebody said I have a ski mask on my seat.
I hate you
See,
guys. You guys, I
listen,
don't like y'all.
Y'all are a club that is not for me.
I've had multiple heart attacks because of that stupid mask.
That's that man. When it's dark, it's really because it was
I park
dark.
next to you every morning. We usually park right next to each other. And if, yeah, bro, if I get here just a minute after you, I get out and I'm like, oh my God, okay.
It's doing its job then. That's
Oh,
what it's there for.
This is funny. That's Nisha just wrote. I'm going with hashtag Black parents.
What's the difference, guys?
I mean, listen. You know that.
Like Meredith, do you know about the plastic covers on the couches?
No.
See, that's you don't.
Wait a
get it.
minute now.
That's
I mean,
grandma's
get it.
house, right?
No,
that's at grandma's house.
Orlando,
Yeah, that's at
Orlando, do
grandma's
you know
house.
what it is?
I know what that is, but I'm saying ain't no plastic on my couches. So what that
There's
got to
certain
do with
rules.
it?
Do you know about the good china?
I have good china.
She has good china.
Okay.
Meredith,
China.
listen, Meredith grew up in Duval.
Good china.
Like she adds mayonnaise to the party, but please
Yeah.
believe it's got some chocolate chips in it. Okay.
Oh my God.
Wow. All right. Anyway, anybody who wants to join Camp Rich, feel free because he's available. He's a camp counselor of many years, the same way Meredith was in the choir for 3 years.
I really was.
Rich was a camp counselor.
Dude, I used
So
to
just let that live in your head today.
Yeah, I used to get tipped the most at my camp because all the kids love me.
You're supposed to tip the
You're
camp
not
counselor?
supposed to
You're
tip
not
the
supposed to,
camp
but they
counselor.
tip me. I used to get.
And you taking tips means they read you wrong.
I was broke. Of course, I'm gonna take that money.
Wait a minute.
What
You're
do you
supposed to do
mean?
that.
If they're gonna tip, what am I gonna do? Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna take that.
How
joint.
much did you, what
Yo,
was
I
the
made-
biggest tip you ever made?
Well, I had Tommy Hilfiger's grandchildren, and he tipped me alone $500.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tommy Hilfiger in Mamaroneck, New York, which is the camp that I worked at. Tommy Hilfiger's grandchildren went there, and they were one of my kids. And
Did he tip you in clothes?
no, he tipped me $500.
Whoa.
That's kind of low.
There's 3 camp
Tommy
counselors,
Hilfiger.
so $1,500 for 3 camp counselors.
Oh, everybody got it?
500.
Oh, so yeah. So,
Oh,
that's
so it was
nice.
for everybody. It wasn't because you was great.
No,
I mean,
no,
like, we thought you was getting a tip because Tommy Hilfiger's grandfather was like, you know,
Don't hate.
yeah.
Because listen, put it this way: I was a camp counselor, and they actually promoted me to a sports specialist because all the kids love me so much.
Sports specialist
I got tipped.
of dodgeball.
No, they got mad at me. I got tipped by other kids because I helped them with like their dance routine for their little talent show. I got tipped by other kids in other groups, and the other.
You were
counselors got
taking
mad.
tips from kids?
Yeah, kids'
Bro,
parents.
like, I-
kids' parents. Were giving
Timmy,
it
why
to
didn't
me.
you eat lunch today? I
I
had
had to tip Rich.
No.
Rich sound like a bully.
On the last day of the year, the parents tipped me.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
parents
I
gave
get
me
it.
Well,
tips.
I'm just saying, we listening
You're
to
like
your
a
story.
tutor.
You said you was getting it from
Yeah,
the
you
kids.
try
I
to.
don't
You
know.
think I'm stealing from the kids?
You said I was tipped from the kids. I was going off of your word.
If you want more, and I know you do, make sure you hit like and hit subscribe right below.